What's up guys and welcome back to the channel, Goji Boy here. Today we're going to take a look at the SH Figuarts Sasuke Uchiha, he who bears all hatred. Let's jump into it. And here we have Sasuke out of the package. This is Shippuden Sasuke as you would see him towards the end of the anime slash manga, especially with the accessories that he comes with, the faceplates. So, starting off, you can move his head backwards about here. He's got some nice deep coverage going inwards. Nice rotation between the head and neck joints. Nice detailing with the hair, the bangs just coming down off the sides, and the spikiness on the back right here as well. And you can see the very nice fluid movements between the head sculpt and the neck pieces right here. That way it just kind of like hides the hair and just tucks away with no problems. Here's a little bit better angle, but yeah, they did a very nice job of that. Except, boom, there we go. Right as I was gonna mention it, you move it around too much, the little hairpiece on the front tends to slide off, causing the faceplate to come right out as well. And I've noticed this problem with not just this Sasuke, but Orochimaru, Obito, and the Kid era Sasuke all seem to have these kind of problems as well, where like you move it a little too much and like it just doesn't stick well and it just slides far too easily, just popping right out. But regardless, moving forward, arms can move upwards just fine. T-pose. Nice butterfly joints. He's gonna have bicep swivel and also a separate floating piece right here on the sleeves for maximum articulation, as well as no hindrance. Double jointed elbows, and the hands are on ball pegs, of course. His chest will have a ball joint at the top section right here, and another one at the lower waist, allowing him to move backwards, forward, and this is a separate floating piece as well along the waist. You're gonna see the Uchiha logo on the back, very nicely done. His belt is also very nicely done, as well as this whole sash. Like this sash belt combo, forget it. So the belt, you're gonna have this initial little knot section right here that has a ball peg plugging into the purple section right here along the waist, of course. Then you have two other separate pieces plugged into that, which are independent and move around just fine. No impeding of the figure. You're able to get it however you want. Again, they're separate, so you can have them doing whatever you would like each individually. Now this right here is some hella fine soft plastic. I mean, man, he's able to get those kicks with either of his legs just fine. And it's just like the softest plastic, I swear, that I've ever felt on a figure, at least in a long while. Backwards as well. And it has a nice slit right here so that, again, articulation is not impeded. You will have a thigh cut, double jointed knees. You will have some rotation right here on the calves, ankle rocker, and that toe hinge. So it's all there. And splitsies, boom. I really would like for them to incorporate this type of material into some future figures as well. Like across the board, not just Naruto ones, just across the board. So when it comes to the accessories, Sasuke is going to have a total of 4 faceplates. Number 1 being the one he's got right out of the package, which is the stoic face right here with his normal eyes, as you can see. Very nicely done. He will then have a base Sharingan faceplate with his mouth slightly opened. A teeth gritted with the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. And lastly, mouth open, yelling, angry, faceplate right here. One eye is the standard Sharingan, whereas the other one is the Rinashari gun right there. Rinashari, however you want to call it. Very nice line work right here to really show you that he's just pissed. And again, this right here is primarily in combination with the outfit as to why this is like the later version of Sasuke towards the end of the series. So there's that. He will also come with a total of 6 pairs of hands. Number 1, of course, as all figures do, he will have the set of fists. He will also have a set of wide open hands, grabby hands, relaxed hands, and then he's gonna have 2 sets of sword holding hands. So he's gonna have this one where all the fingers are more curled in. I would say this is more for when he's actually using the sword while fighting, whereas this one is more if he's like, I would say, just pulling it out of the sheath or just standing there with it. You can also finesse it so it just looks like Sasuke is doing a thumbs up if you want to. So there's that. Another thing to point out, the backside of the belt will have an interchangeable little slot. So you can pop this out right here and swap it for this little piece instead, which has an opening right there to slide his sword in. That way he can actually carry it. So very neat. That is in place again with a little ball peg. So boom, pop that right in there. And speaking of which, he is going to have essentially 3 versions of his sword, which is amazing. So you have the plain one right here where the sword is just in its sheath. It's all one solid piece. It is just straight up black, nothing too fancy, but again, you can slide that right into the backside of the belt. You will also have this portion right here where it comes into 2 separate pieces. So you have the initial one right here as well as this other half where you basically plug that in, so it looks like he's pulling it out, getting ready to use it, or you can simply have it as such with the already extended blade ready to fight, which is just nice silver paint, nothing too crazy, but again, it's options so that you can actually display him however you'd like. So there's that. And the last accessory that he comes with is the Chidori. Translucent blue, hits of white right here. And essentially how this would work, you would just pop off the hand in question and just pop it into a little socket right there. So this guy is stacked when it comes to the accessories. Now, I do want to show one other accessory. This is not included with the figure. This is something that comes with Lightning Collection Power Rangers figures. It comes with a variety of them, but this one right here is a blue one. And I like to use this with Sasuke's sword. That way you could like slide it in through there. And it's like he's, you know, using his Chidori through the blade itself, or even just like put it up along his arms so that the Chidori is just streaming through his body. So just a little side note right there. If you have those, you can mix and match them, throw them into the fight. Really cool stuff. And moving along, we're gonna go ahead and do a quick size comparison. So we have Sasuke with the initial release Naruto from the Shippuden line, as well as Sakura. I do think that they scale quite nicely. We're gonna move Naruto out of the way and include the initial release of Kakashi right there. have Orochimaru. Now, of course, Orochimaru did come out after Sasuke, and his belt is quite different. You're going to see a lot more texturing on it, which would be something that I would like to see for Tamashii Nation to do for a future release of Sasuke's belt as well. Just incorporate those details over to this one. I think it'd just be a nice touch. And lastly, we're going to throw in the Kid era. There we go. Again, I do think that he scales quite nicely with all his counterparts. And let's finish this up. So overall, this version of Sasuke is amazing. I mean, he's stacked. He comes with 4 different faceplates, a variety of hands, the Chidori effect piece, and different versions of his sword. That way you can just display him however you want. I really do hope that they continue down that line and include a whole bunch of brand new faceplates when they release this guy once more as the top 99 version, as well as just having different effect parts. That way they can just really match him up the same way they did with Naruto and Sakura with their top 99 counterparts. But yeah, this guy is still a fantastic figure 2 years down the line from his initial release, and I still recommend him. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. You can check out my Instagram at gojiboy93, where you're going to find photos of this guy as well as many other figures in my collection. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.